korkunç bir haberim var. Şu an ayakkabının ayağımı vurduğumu fark ettim ama eve dönmek için fazla geç kaldım. Bugün acı çekerek Merhaba. Bugün daha iyi hissediyorum. Sesim hala kötü ama kulağım biraz açıldı. Şimdi de metroya gidiyorum. Okula gideceğim ve sizin sorularınızı cevaplayacağız. O yüzden hızlıca gidiyorum. Ben aile yanında kalıyorum şu anda. Yani bir dil okuluna geldiğiniz zaman ya yurtta ya aile yanında kalıyorsunuz. Sorularda bu vardı. Zaten konuşacağız ayrıntılı. Ve çok mutluyum. Bana bir tane oda verdiler. Dünkü videoda zaten görmüş olmanız lazım. Orada çekmiştim. Ve inanılmaz tatlılar. Yamca bir teyze. Sabah kahvaltı hazırladılar. Akşam yemek hazırladılar. Ya bana bebek gibi bakıyorlar. Çok tatlılar yani. Çok mutluyum aile yanında. Okula da yakın. Gayet metro ile 2-3 durak falan okul. Ama tabii ben buna da geç kalmayı başardım büyük ihtimalle. Wow. Çok güzel. Eğer bu İngiltere ile alakalı izlediğiniz ilk videomsa buraya aktif yurt dışı danışmanlıkla geldim. Biliyorsunuz dil okullarına gelirken yurt dışı danışmanlık şirketleri yardım ediyor. İşte vizenizi çıkarıyor, size uygun okulu buluyor istediğiniz şehirde vesaire. Ve inanılmaz memnunum. Aktif'in bilgilerini, sitesini, her şeyini açıklamalar kısmına bırakacağım. Oradan bakabilirsiniz siz de. Fiyat vesaire öğrenmek için oraya girebilirsiniz, arayabilirsiniz. Her türlü yardımcı olurlar. Selamımı söyleyin. Yürüme yolu çok güzel değil miydi? Böyle akşama kadar yürüyeyim istedim. Soğukta bile, ki ben soğuktan nefret ederim. Wimbledon'dayız şu an. Center of English Studies'deyiz. Okula giriyorum şimdi. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. I was looking for David. Okulu gezeceğiz önce, tamam mı? Ondan sonra sorularınızı cevaplayacağız. Ama önce biraz okulu göstermek istiyorum size, nasıl bir yer.
Hi, Turkey. How are you? So yeah, this is the student lounge area. This is the social program board. So we have something going on every day of the week. It's free this month because it's March and it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, looks fun.
Yeah, it should be. So every Monday we have tennis. There's a lot of tennis courts around here, obviously, because it's Wimbledon. Talking Cafe on Tuesday. We go to the pub next door sometimes and have a chat about various topics. Wednesday there is an international food party.
Do the students cook?
Sometimes they bring their food from their own, well, they're encouraged to bring food from their own countries and things. And
that's nice.
We also provide food. And then Thursday there's a pub night, which is usually pretty popular. So we go to one of the pubs in the Wimbledon area. And then Friday there's a Thames cruise. Westminster Pier, all the way down to Tower Bridge. So yeah, it changes every week.
This is the program.
Yeah, this is the monthly program.
Wish I could stay here. Yeah.
You have to come back.
So, I will.
Yeah, so there's a computer room in here. People want to use the computers, they're welcome to. So we have a self-study room here. So students welcome to come in here in their free time. There's books and DVDs they can use and just sit in here and amuse themselves. Do you want to have a look at some of the classrooms?
Yeah, they'll definitely want to see the classrooms.
2 main floors.
Uh-huh.
There are 5 classrooms down here at the moment.
Yes. This is like a meeting room.
We use it as a classroom, but it's not used that often. Room 2, who's in there? Let's have a look. Room 2, it's pre-intermediate.
Yeah. Bakın seviyeler. Sormuştunuz sorularda, birazdan cevaplayacağız.
More classes going on there. Interesting things about England if you like castles.
That's nice.
And a list of all the kings and queens. Yeah, there's one more floor if you want to have a look.
All right.
They're all being used.
Classes again, yeah. Ooh, I like this.
Big Ben.
Yeah. You can see the real one under construction right now.
Exactly, yeah. You can see it here. What are your plans today?
I don't know, I wanna see around. Ve sıra soruları cevaplamaya geldi. Sizin sorularınızı aldım. Şöyle yaklaşık 10 soru falan var. O merak ettiğiniz her şeyi şimdi yanıtlayacağız.
Hello everyone, hi, my name is David and I'm principal of CES Wimbledon. CES has 6 schools in the UK, 1 in Ireland and 1 in Canada, so we have plenty of choice for you. Today I'll answer questions about London, Wimbledon, and if you need to know other things I can answer those as well.
Everybody is wondering about money. What about the costs? Everything in London.
Yeah. So you want to know about cost of living in London. Well, I know at the moment the Turkish lira, the exchange rate is not so good, but there are still ways of saving money in London. The first thing I would say is trying to stay with a host family is a good option because you have your breakfast and dinner included. After a while, some Turkish students tend to like to live in private accommodation, so they can move into maybe their own apartment afterwards. But I would always say homestay first, then if you want to change apartment, residential is a bit more expensive.
So I'm staying with the host family? It's super good.
To learn about the culture, I should be looking at. Learn about the culture, learn about the country that you're in, and of course practice your English more as well.
Exactly, they help me a lot. Is there any chance of working? Is there a working permit in England?
Unfortunately for Turkish students there's not. You don't have the visa. But for Ireland, obviously you're going to Ireland as well.
Yes.
For Ireland you can work if you study more than 25 weeks.
I'm gonna tell about it in detail in Ireland.
Yes. Okay.
Wait for that video.
Okay.
So, is there a chance of getting a scholarship?
We could make some offer of some weeks free and things like that, but we couldn't really give a free course, but we could certainly add on maybe 4 weeks free or something like that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Discounts and everything.
Yes, definitely, yes, discounts, yes, but not completely free courses.
There's one question that everybody is wondering about. Say that they do not speak English at all, they know nothing about English. Can they still be here studying language?
Most of our students are based basically from elementary above, but we do sometimes have beginners. We do have a class for them if they are beginner level.
But there are students who have zero English, no problem.
Some, yeah.
Some of them.
I wouldn't say it's without problems, but we can.
That's not a problem.
Yes, okay.
You guys. Somebody asked what kind of events are there. We showed it. Okay, there is an interesting one. London is more expensive compared to the other cities.
Yes.
So why should we choose London?
It is a bit more expensive than some other places, but we also have a lot of free attractions. So for example, there are about approximately 20 or more national museums or art galleries that you can go to. So you might think it's a bit expensive in terms of, you know, restaurant costs, nightlife, but you do have a lot of free attractions and lots of parks and gardens for nice walking as well. And of course things like, as I said, tennis and other outdoor sports are free. Shopping is the same because the shops are national, so it's not more expensive for that. But you just have to watch your budget, and we also give students advice about the best way to travel. They have an Oyster card. If you get one of these things, you can either buy a weekly card, like for zones 1 to 3. Wimbledon is in zone 3, just so you know. You can also use it on a pay-as-you-go basis, which suits the students who are studying in the mornings and the afternoons, who are not going to central London every day. So you just put credit on the card when you want to use it. For the value of what you get by being in London, it has its big advantages. Another big advantage of being in London is it's easy to travel everywhere else around the country. You have all of the train links, the coach links from London. Most popular destinations that students want to go to at weekends are Brighton, Oxford, Cambridge, maybe Stonehenge and Bath. They would probably be the most popular excursions from here. Okay? All of those are very nice
so
places.
you can travel from here easily.
Yeah.
How long does the course last?
The minimum length of time is 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You can get a visa up to 44 weeks. No more than 44 weeks, but most Turkish students come here for about 12 weeks. It's just there's something about 12 weeks seems to be the average Turkish length of time to study, and some do 24 weeks. Let's say if you come for 12 weeks, you'd probably go up 1 level, maybe 2 if you study hard. Over 24 weeks, you might go 3 levels up.
3 levels.
But it depends on a student's ability and how much they study. We
have
cannot say you will go up 3 times in that time because it depends on how much you study.
It depends on the student.
But it's not. You can come for 2 weeks. You can come for 4 weeks. It's entirely up to you. And we have 2 types of courses. We have lessons just in the morning, and then we have the intensive course as well, which is every morning plus 3 afternoons a week. That's for students who want to study more, and the afternoon lessons focus more on listening and speaking.
Listening and speaking, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask about that. How is the, do you focus on speaking or do you focus on grammar? They're wondering about that
well, it's both. I mean, we use course books according to level for the morning classes. So students do a mixture of reading, writing, listening, speaking, grammar, all together in the mornings. Then for those students who study those 3 afternoons a week, the lessons are more like a freer style, and they do more listening and speaking and discussion. Some students want to do that, but on the other hand, some students want to just do the mornings and have free time, especially if they're here for a longer time. And their own free time with other students.
Perfect. What about the age? Is the age important when coming here?
The minimum age for a student coming by themselves, not as part of a group, is 16 years old.
16 years old.
The average age would probably be about 23 or 24 years old. But that would be different at different times a year. For example, now, the average age now, students would be mid-20s because it's not a holiday in countries around the world. There's no like high school students here now, for example, because they're at school. In the summertime, the average age might drop a little bit
Yeah.
as you've got more high school students and university students, but generally speaking, it's mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
How many students are there in the classes?
Oh, right, okay. The average is 8 and the
Uh-huh.
maximum is 14. So if you
14.
take the different times of year, like if you took, say, the low season, say November or December, you might even have between 6 to 8 students, so quite low numbers. In the summer, you might have, like, say, 10 to 12.
I think that's all. We talked about accommodation.
We haven't talked much
age.
about the area of Wimbledon
yeah.
itself. Wimbledon is a very fashionable area in southwest London.
I love this.
So we're 20 minutes by train from Waterloo, London Waterloo Station. So it's very easy to get to the centre. So you've got the advantages of being able to get to the centre easily,
Yeah.
but also you have the advantage of you're also in a very nice, pleasant part of London. For example, we have the very attractive town centre with lots of nice shopping, restaurants, bars, and the famous Centre Court shopping centre. We're also close to Wimbledon Village, which has the more open spaces,
Yeah.
nice countryside,
Yeah.
and that's where the All England Tennis Club is located. So you've got the best of both worlds. You're in a suburb, but you're close to the centre. And another key advantage for students is that when you travel to school, you're just taking a local journey, maybe by bus, tram, or even walking. You're not having to go to central London with all the busy lines, with all the commuters in the morning. And that's a really key selling point of our school.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, thank
that
you.
was all.
Okay, thanks.
I think it's gonna be so helpful.
Look forward to welcoming you to London.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hope you can get
Teşekkür
here.
ederim.
Umarım soru cevap işinize yaramıştır. Bu arada parayla alakalı, yani tam olarak ne kadar tuttuğuyla alakalı kesin bir fiyat tabii ki veremedi. Çünkü kişiden kişiye değişir, hangi seviyeyi alacaksın, ne kadar sürecek, 2 hafta mı, 12 hafta mı, bunlar belirliyor fiyatı, biliyorsunuz. Eğer öğrenmek isterseniz Aktif'in bilgilerini aşağıya bırakıyorum, dediğim gibi arayıp gönül rahatlığıyla kendinize uygun programı sorabilirsiniz ve fiyat alabilirsiniz onlarda. Çünkü sürekli öğrenci gönderiyorlar buraya. Şimdi birazdan David'le beraber Wimbledon'u gezeceğiz. Size biraz Wimbledon'u göstereceğim. İşte tenis kortlarına falan bakacağız. Tam bir Wimbledon vlog olacak yani arkadaşlar. O yüzden biraz bakın sizin için kimi buldu. Dilge burada okuyor.
Evet.
Ve buradan memnun mu vesaire söyleyecek size şimdi. Dilge, sen burayı seviyor musun, memnun musun buradan?
Ya ben 6 ay kaldım. Ya bazıları için kısa süre, bazıları için uzun bir süre. Aşırı memnun kaldım. İngilizce konuşma açısından hem çok fazla yabancı kişiler var. Her ülkeden insanlar var.
Evet.
Herkesle tanışıyorsun. Herkesle tanışma imkanın var. Her türde pronunciation duyabiliyorsun.
Kesinlikle. Onu soruyorlardı. İngiliz aksanı sıkıntı oluyor mu falan filan diye.
Ben ilk
Londra olunca.
geldiğimde çok hızlı konuşuyorlarmış gibi geldi ama şu an her şey çok normal, gayet hani
Bakın ne güzel. Değil mi? Sürekli duya duya artık alışıyorsun bir yerden
evet,
sonra.
belli bir süre
Süper.
kalındığı sürece hiçbir problem yok.
Geldiğinde kaç seviyen neydi, şimdi ne?
Ya ben geldiğimde intermediate'tım. Şu an upper intermediate, advanced'dayım.
Wow.
Konuşma açısından acayip geliştiriyor.
Süper. Şeyi falan da çok sorar. Beginner olarak gelip de geliştirmek isteyenler var mı öyle arkadaşlar?
Çok var. Mesela Arabistan'dan gelenler tersten yazdığı için beginner'dan başlıyorlar.
Ha.
Ama konuşmaları çok iyi oluyor.
Süper, çok teşekkür ederiz.
Ben teşekkür
Onu
ederim.
takip et. Kendini görürsün videoda. Çok sağ olun.
Ben
Hasta olduğum için
teşekkür ederim.
öpemiyorum.
Çok geçmiş olsun.
Çok teşekkürler. Bu kadardı.
This side here.
This side. Ay, ay yanlış yöne biniyorum.
Everybody does it.
Arkadaşlar sağdan binmeye çalışıyordum. Ha, yeah, made it.
Everyone does that. Turkey, Europe,
Yeah.
Italy, they always try to drive the car.
Oh my god.
I know it's a habit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you filming at the same time?
Yeah, I'm filming.
Right, so I'll just talk as we look at the area and stuff
Okay.
like that.
I had bacon for the first time in my life.
Wow. Yeah, some of our students go to the American diner at lunchtime as well. We're going to take a left here because this is the way the students walk on the first day. We'll just slow down and show you the Wilton Tennis Club. So students can play tennis in there. This is a nice residential part of Wimbledon. You can see the lovely houses.
Yeah, they're so beautiful.
Very, very large houses. These houses are quite expensive, actually. Yeah. Wimbledon
I
is
can
a-
imagine.
Wimbledon is a very prestigious area. This is a park where students can say come and have their lunch in the summer. They can play football, volleyball. Wimbledon station is a train station, tram, and underground. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's got 3 forms of transport. On the left, you have places like Waitrose,
Pret
Pret a Manger,
Manger.
and I'm sure you have Starbucks in Turkey
Yes,
as well.
we do have Starbucks.
This pub is called All Bar One. This used to be a bank in the 19th century, and they've converted it into a lovely restaurant bar.
So old.
So this is now like we're coming to the end of the Wimbledon town centre. We're at the beginning of Wimbledon village, okay? This is where the really expensive part of Wimbledon starts.
Oh my god.
This is where it gets more and more elite the further you go up. So,
Wow, they're so gorgeous.
yeah, French bakery there, Pizza Express, etc. Thai restaurants, you know, you have really everything. The first weeks of July, this place is incredibly busy. You get, you know, all the people, the Wimbledon tennis fans, some of the players around as well. Okay, now, here on the left, this is the famous All England Tennis Club. This is where the famous tennis championships are held every summer. You can at least see it from here.
Okay.
So this is the All England Club, okay? Now we're going back down into the Wimbledon town centre. I believe in Turkey your most famous sport is football, is that right?
Yeah, it is. Arkadaşlar selam, eve geldim. Bugün burada son günüm olacağı için bir şeyler yapmak istiyorum dedim ya. Şu haline bak. Rezalet. Ne yapacağım biliyor musun? İspanya'da yaptığım şeyi yapacağım. Acaba bu akşam meetup grupları var mı ortalıkta diye bakacağım. O yüzden de meetup'ı indirelim bakalım. İndiriyorum. Çalışan genç insanların işten sonra sosyalleşmek için buluştukları bir etkinlik buldum. Bence ben buna gidebilirim. Saat 6.30'da. Gayet güzel. Katılınsın. Evet, bu akşam yalnız değilim. Arkadaşlarım olacak, yaşasın. Çok verimli bir aktiviteye karar verdim. Ojelerimi yenilemek.
So I did have a look at the application, and I see that you're already working as an English language teacher.
Yeah, I worked for 3 years in university
Yes.
in preparation classes. I want to go back to teaching because I was really enjoying it. I wanted to finish my master's, but when I had the opportunity for CELTA too, I didn't want to miss it.
Ben İrlanda'da CELTA yapacağım. Onun için interview yaptık yani. Şimdi bana bir tane task verdi. Onu yapıyorum. Çok nervousim. Hello. Şimdi akşam yemeğini yemek için dışarı çıkacağım. Büyük ihtimal o meetup'a gideceğim. Umarım bir şeyler yiyebilirim. Açlıktan ölüyorum çünkü. Hadi çıkalım.
I'm going out. I think I'm gonna have dinner outside. Bye.
Mekana geldim bakın. Şöyle bir yer. Aşırı tatlı. Adı Swiss Cottage. Gram takatim kalmadı. Saat şu an 8.30 ama ben yorgunluktan ölüyorum. Yani daha otururum diye düşünmüştüm. 1 saat falan oturdum sadece. Vay be, bu odaya ilk geldiğim an arkadaşlar. Ve yarın bu odadan ayrılıyorum. Bakın o masa bu. Çalışma masası biraz dağıttım. Bu gece buradaki son gecem. Sadece 2 gün oldu ama yine de hüzünleniyorum, bilmiyorum. Sabah 10'da trenim var. Leeds'e gideceğiz. Ay dur, videodaki çilem sus bir dakika. Yarın Leeds şehrine gidiyoruz ve oradaki okula bakacağız beraber. Leeds'e ben daha önce hiç gitmedim. Çok güzel olduğunu duydum. Oradaki okul da çok güzelmiş. Fiyatları falan nasıl, şehir nasıl hiç bilmiyorum. Beraber göreceğiz sizinle. Buradan 2 saat uzaklıkta falanmış Leeds. Biz buradayız. Leeds'te burada, şuradan şurası ve bugünü de burada kapatıyorum. Umarım bugünkü okul turumuz sizin için faydalı olmuştur. Umarım bu videoları seviyorsunuzdur. Aşağıya daha neler istiyorsunuz, nasıl şeyler görmek istiyorsunuz yazmayı unutmayın. Bu arada aloe vera sürdüm. Yüzüm parıl parıl parlıyor, muhteşem. Ecmel, sen harika bir detaysın. Detay değilsin, sen harika bir insansın. Öpüyorum. Yarın görüşürüz. Bye bye.